Welcome everyone to 450 East Farrell Road as the St. Thomas More Cougars open the 2022 season by hosting the Como Spartans.
Sam Altman takes the first snap and pitches it to Christian McNeese. He ain't committed to McNeese, but the three-star wideout takes it 60 yards to the house as the Cougars take a 7-0 lead.
Altman rolls to the far side, looks for his receiver, he's got him inside the 10, and that's gonna be Connor Stelly, touchdown! St. Thomas More from 23 yards out, and let the fireworks continue. Saunier is in trouble, and Saunier is gonna be fumbled, ball to the ground. The maroon jerseys say they have it, no call yet from the officials, and lines from the far side just signaled St. Thomas More football. And that's Hayes Monclaw.
As the clock winds down here at Cougar Stadium, the Cougars will cruise to a Week 1 victory over the Como Spartans, 61-12, and now turn their attention to their Week 2 opponent, the Trojans of Alexandria Senior High.
And his kick is going to be taken by that's Christian McNeese at about the 9-yard line. Looking on the left, he's got a head of steam. He's got a blocker. He's got the kicker to beat. He can make the move at the 30, down the sideline, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown! St. Thomas More! First attempt of the quality plus insurance first down. Cougars back to the ground with 8. And they're running across midfield. He's inside the 40, inside the 30. Cutting his way inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Pressure coming, forces Portal on. They're going to get him in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down for a sack at the 20-yard line. To the edge, they got a ton of running room with Swilly. Makes a move at the 33, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown! St. Thomas More at Swilly. First pass for Taylor, he's got him. He's got Hornback at the 15, cuts at the 10, the 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown! St. Thomas More from 39 yards out. Student section is loud right now. Louisiana Friday night theme. And it's going to be inbound. There's a great tackle on the edge by Brian Broussard.
The Cougars move to 2-0 on the season as they hold on for a 42-35 victory over Alexandria.
There were 19 undefeated team matchups heading into Week 3, and Brother Martin versus St. Thomas More was in that number. Now, the Cougars have been rolling with their QB duo of Sam Altman and Will Taylor to start their season, but the Crusaders looking to spoil their fun.
The 2022 football season is well underway as Week 3 is upon us, and the Cougars are facing a new opponent, the Brother Martin Crusaders.
Altman drops. Altman looks downfield. He has an out route. He's got his receiver, McNeese. McNeese makes a mere misses across midfield. It's a foot race. The 40, the 30. He's inside the 20. He's going to be dragged down from behind. 3rd and 6. Leonardo drops. He's looking for a receiver. He's going to tuck it. He's going to run. He's going to be hit by Brody Lachley. A host of Cougars help out, and they're going to drop him at the line of scrimmage. Screen out of the Chick-fil-A timeout, and it's defended pretty well by St. Thomas More. Fakes to Swilly. Altman rolls, near side, has a receiver. He's got him inside the 10. It's McNeese. McNeese carrying defenders with him near the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! St. Thomas More! Cougars lead 13-3. We give this to West. And West shoots through like a cannon, and he's into the 2nd, 3rd level, and it's a foot race all the way. Gonna have an angle being taken, cuts back inside, he's into the end zone, touchdown. West the running back, they give to West. West jukes, but he won't get away from the second guy. He gets to about the 17-yard line. They run away from it. With Swilly, cuts his way back at the 30, switches hands with the football, the 20, the 10, the 5, Hutch Swilly, touchdown! St. Thomas More, 44 yards out. McLeish rolls, now they try to throw back to West, and it was just blown up. That was played perfectly, I believe, by Blanc. So they try the left side where Montclair just went in. They're going to give him forward progress. Makes the Swilly, rolls to the near side. Going deep, he throws it super high, makes an adjustment, does McNeese. He's into the end zone, touchdown! St. Thomas More from 42 yards out. A run for no gain on third down. McLeish drops the pass, and he's hit, dropped for a sack of a loss of about 6 by Austin Oye.
The Cougars move to 3-0 on the season with a very impressive 30-16 victory over Brother Martin. The Cougars take to the road for the first time this season here in Week 4 as they travel to Baton Rouge to face their Atchafalaya Basin rival, the Catholic High Bears of Baton Rouge. After escaping last year with a 1-point victory after a missed field goal attempt by Catholic, it's sure to be a phenomenal atmosphere here at Memorial Stadium. Two of the top programs in the state of Louisiana, St. Thomas More and Catholic of Baton Rouge, coming up here in Week 4.
And Strother in the end zone for 6, and they would take a 7-0 lead.
This time they'll hand off Barry Remo right side, big hole, 45, crosses midfield, runs over a man near sideline, 30, 25, one man to outrun, and he does it! Barry Remo, touchdown Bear! Field in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the far side, he's going to throw it up, Shelton Sampson, corner the end zone, nobody near him, touchdown for the Bears, Shelton Sampson. For St. Thomas fakes the handoff. He looks to his right, now back to his left. Throws it up corner of the end zone for number 9, and he makes the catch. Christian McNeese goes up and makes the catch for St. Thomas More. They're an extra point away from tying this up. A little high snap. They'll give it to Barry Remo from near sideline 15. Cuts back at 10. Stays on his feet. Touchdown for the Bears. Taylor waiting on the snap. There it is. He'll hand off, bites to the right side and cuts back up the middle. Trips, but he's able to fall into the end zone. Touchdown on the shotgun. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Here, Remo in the backfield. Takes the handoff to Remo. Throws the seam out to Schlegel. It's being intercepted by number 3 for St. Thomas More. And he goes down the far sideline. That's Nicholas Beckwith at the 20, 15. Finally taken down at the 10-yard line for St. Thomas More. Sam Altman in the shotgun. Near side, throws over the middle, pass coming caught by number 2, Connor Snelly. Feeling the shotgun once again, through to his left, 2 to his right, drops back, pass over the middle, being intercepted for the Cougars. That's number 4, Nico Blanchard. He takes it down the far side of the football field. He'll go down with 10 seconds.
Tonight, the Catholic Bears were just too much for St. Thomas More as they handed the Cougars their first loss of the 2022 season, 49-28. The Cougars will look to get back in the win column as they head back home to host the Denham Springs Yellow Jackets next Friday night.
You know, we know that Catholic's a formidable opponent, and we know we didn't play our best at times in that game, so we just went back to work, you know, try and work on getting better. You know, we obviously had a lot of places where we could have made excuses, you know, the travel plans, the heat, all of those things were factors, but, you know, excuses aren't going to help us get where we want to go, so we just got to go to work.
As we reach the midpoint of the 2022 season, it's the final non-district tune-up for the St. Thomas More Cougars as they host the Yellow Jackets of Denham Springs.
Good. Give us to Peyton. Peyton over the right side. Touchdown! St. Thomas More!
Touchdown!
Charlie Peyton
Cougars.
on the 1 yard. Hoffman looks for his receiver. He's got him in the end zone. Touchdown! St. Thomas More!
Cougars!
And they go to the ground. Horn's going to keep it, roll to the near side, flips it out to the running back. That's his H-back. That's Andrew Goodwin. Wide receiver tunnel screen. Here comes Stelly. Stelly's got blockers. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown! St. Thomas More. Pressure comes. They set up the screen to Swilly. Swilly's got tons of blockers in front of him. Inside the 40. A huge block downfield. He's at the 20. Inside the 15. Fighting his way to the 10. He's out of bounds. Looks for the corner. Looking for his receiver, and he's got him. Touchdown! St. Thomas More. Horn out of the gun. He drops. He's under pressure. He's flushed out of the pocket. Rolls to the near side. He's going to be brought down. And it is almost intercepted. And Horn took a big shot from Nico Blanchard at the 10-yard line. Horn drops. He's going to go route. He's struck down. No, it's going to be knocked down, incomplete. He was able to get rid of it. And somehow or another, he got rid of it. It was knocked away, I believe, by Brian Broussard.
The Cougars bounce back after last week's tough loss as they double up Denham Springs 42-21.
Never about one guy. Teams lose that have cultures that promote the individual.
It was homecoming at St. Thomas More as they hosted North Vermilion.
It's homecoming week here at St. Thomas More, and as always, the stands are packed for the big game and the pageantry of the halftime presentation as St. Thomas More opens District 4 4A play by hosting the Patriots of North Vermilion.
Reverse right off the bat comes to Connor Stelly. He's got blockers. He's got the sideline. He's inside the 20 at the 10. He tries to cut back. Makes the handoff. Looks across the middle. Now goes to the outside. Has a wide open receiver. It's Hornback. Touchdown! St. Thomas More. Looking for the wheel route. He's got Peyton out of the backfield. Touchdown! St. Thomas More. And around. They've got him in the backfield. 2nd and 21. Sweep coming near side. Ball's on the ground. St. Thomas More says they have it. The umpire agrees.
Our 2022 homecoming queen, Miss Colleen Dolan.
As Altman drops, looks near side, looks for his receiver timing route. He's got Strother. Strother makes a move, tiptoes along the sideline. Broussard double clutches. He's under pressure. He's not going to be brought down. Now he's going to be brought down all the way back. Scott Matthews was having none of that run play. 4th and 3. Patriots are going for it. Jag. He's under pressure. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Peyton David. He's inside the 30. He's got one man to beat.
Tonight, the St. Thomas More Cougars shut out the North Vermilion High Patriots 42-0 as homecoming 2022 comes to an end with the first district win of the season for St. Thomas More.
That doesn't get us all the way to the weekend, though. Let's make sure we're smart the rest of this weekend. They're all ahead of us right now.
Northside taking on the STM Cougars in District 4 for a matchup.
Tonight, the Cougars are back on the road as they take the short bus trip across town for a district matchup against the Northside Vikings.
Handoff goes to Peyton. Far side, Charlie Peyton cuts it upfield and gets a step out of bounds. Altman rolls to the near side, looks downfield, has a receiver wide open, touchdown, Connor Stelly! it. Intercepted. Nicholas Beckwith. Going down the visiting team sideline. Touchdown. St. Thomas More. Pick six. Passes in the flat to be brought down by Chris Blanc. Out of the shotgun. Hand off to Swilly. Swilly straight at the gut. Makes a cut. Shedding tacklers. Swilly, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. St. Thomas More. Out of the shotgun. Handoff goes to Mossick. Straight up the gut. Bounces it to the outside. Turns it upfield. Touchdown. St. Thomas More.
St. Thomas More will move to 6-1 on the season and 2-0 in district as they defeat the Northside Vikings 49-7. Many will argue it's the biggest showdown in the state of Louisiana, and it's right here, the Holy War of Lafayette.
This go round, it's number 1 versus number 3 in Select Division 2.
The Cougars come in at 7-1. The Turlings Rebels, undefeated at 8-0, look to change their fortune as the Cougars ride a 7-game win streak against Turlings. Last year was any indication, it should be an epic matchup between two of the top programs in Acadiana, when last year the Cougars got the best of Turlings in an overtime thriller. Charlie Payton found the end zone as the Cougars won in overtime, 41-35.
And they're the last two unbeaten in the district, with the winners taking the lead in the 4-4A race.
St. Thomas More and Turlings.
Field, and they hit Prejean immediately at the 25-yard line. The air flips it out to David. David's out across the 35 to about the 36. McNeese goes in motion. They toss it to McNeese. McNeese has blockers on the far side. To the ground with Payton. Payton cuts it upfield. Payton's out across the 40. The 45's across midfield. To the ground with Payton. Payton straight up the gut. The 5. Touchdown! St. Thomas More! To the air is Altman, and he's got Struther again. Back-to-back receptions for the junior. The 10. Welch drops. Double clutches. Airmails his receiver. It's intercepted by Brian Broussard at the 30-yard. Give this to Payton. Payton cuts it up. He's at the 5. He shoots the defender. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Charlie Payton! Prejean goes in motion, near side to far side. Heaves it downfield, looking for his intercepted by Payton David at the 10.
Well, tonight certainly didn't disappoint as the St. Thomas More Cougars won their 8th straight against the Turlings Catholic Rebels as they rode a huge third quarter and held on to the fourth to defeat the Rebels 35-30.
Welcome back. Megan, after surviving against Turling, St. Thomas More holds the keys to District 4-4A.
Yeah, the Cougars are undefeated in league play, but face a Westgate team that wants to spoil an outright crown for the Cougars.
Well, things certainly don't get any easier for the Cougars after last week's thrilling victory over the Turlings Catholic Rebels. Tonight, the St. Thomas More Cougars welcome defending Class 4A state champion, the Westgate Tigers, to the south side of Lafayette. Westgate got the best of St. Thomas More 41-7 a year ago, but tonight the Cougars are looking for a little payback and look to remain undefeated in District 4-4A play.
Looking deep for Connor Stelly. He's got him at the 25. He's inside the 20. A stiff arm, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown! Antoine drops. Looks across the middle, and it's intercepted by Beckwith at the 42-yard line. He's got blockers down the home side. He's at the 10, the 5. First and 10, high snap. Gets it down, gives to Swilly. Swilly runs through a would-be tackler, switches the ball to his left hand. 2nd and 9 for the Cougars. Flips it out to Connor Stelly. Stelly, Altman looks far side. Now comes down his check down. He's got Monclaw. Monclaw spins. Monclaw's going to go inside the 10, the 5. Dives for the pylon. Touchdown! St. Thomas More! Hayes Monclaw. Now he's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 34. 2nd and 9. They bring pressure. Altman's got a wide open receiver. Hornback, and he's got it in the 30. And he's out of bounds right about the 20-yard line. And a huge pass completion to Tanner Hornback.
The Cougars hold on in the fourth quarter and remain undefeated in District 4-4A play by virtue of their 42-34 victory over defending champion, the Westgate Tigers. It's week 10, and this is what it's all about if you're a high school football player. So much on the line in the final week of the regular season, and it's a first-time matchup.
48 straight minutes, every second. Regardless of what your role is, you put it out there. You fight for your brother. Week 10, opportunity to outright get the championship. Opportunity against a very good opponent that we've yet to face.
Between St. Thomas More and the Knights of Lafayette Christian Academy. For LCA, a win means a share of the district championship. For St. Thomas More, a win is a 9-1 regular season and an undefeated, undisputed District 4-4A championship.
Altman drops. He's across the middle of the field. He's got a receiver, and he threw behind him, but what a catch by Connor Stelly inside the 10. And head of steam and hit hard at the so Johnson drops. Looks downfield. Pocket starting to collapse. Now he's going to tuck it. He's under pressure, and he's just going to heave it. And it's going to be intercepted by Chris Long. Johnson's dropped for a 1-yard loss. Strother goes in motion across the middle of the field. He's got Monclaw right at the midfield stripe. Straight up the gut at the 30. Hutch Swilly's inside the 25. Altman's going to tuck it. He's going to run. He's inside the 10. He reverses field. 5. Touchdown! And St. Thomas More is going to prevail 41-34 against the LCA Knights and move to 9-1 on the season. Will St. Thomas More.
The high school football playoffs start next week, and 43 of our local teams will be a part of it. St. Thomas More is fresh off of their 4-4A district title, and the Cougars get a #1 seed in the division.
After a bye week and a week of rest for the #1 seed St. Thomas More Cougars, they are set to host the #16 seed Helen Cox in the regional round of the Division II Select Playoffs.
Altman drops, looks near side, now down the middle. He's got Christian McNeese at the 12, the 5, touchdown! St. Thomas More has Christian McNeese a spin at the 39. Now it's a foot race at the 20, the 15, a high step, the 5, touchdown! This time they give it to St. Pierre. St. Pierre the 10, the 5, and he barrels forward, touchdown! 3rd and 13 out of the Chick-fil-A timeout. And the Cougars are pressuring Mays again, and he's brought down again by Austin Oye. brought down. Out of the shotgun, drops under pressure, and he eludes it, and he doesn't get away from the fourth Navy jersey. This time it's Swilly. Swilly runs to a tackle, he's into the end zone, touchdown! And they give it to Peyton. Counter, Peyton, touchdown! St. Thomas More! Altman rolls near side, throws it back to Peyton. Peyton's got a first down. To Fossier. Fossier cuts it upfield. Touchdown! St. Thomas More!
And that'll do it for the second round of the playoffs as the Cougars blow out Helen Cox 55-0 and advance to what we'll call Revenge Road as they get to host in the quarterfinals an opponent from last year, their Week 1 loss, the Madison Prep Chargers.
Between St. Thomas More and Madison Prep. These two teams are familiar with each other as the Cougars and Chargers had a QB duel in Week 1 of the 2021 season, with MPA getting the edge.
Anytime you're playing on Thanksgiving Friday, it shows that you've had a good year. And it's the quarterfinal round for the number 1 seed St. Thomas More Cougars as they host the number 8 seed Madison Prep with a spot in the state semifinals on the line.
McNeese on the far side, the 10, the 5, touchdown! St. Thomas More! 2nd and 12. Johnson drops. Johnson under pressure. Gets away, throws it upfield. It's going to be underthrown. The nearest one to it is Nicholas Beckwith. He's got the interception. Five wide receivers. Under pressure, he's going to be brought down at the 10-yard line by Brody Latchley. Empty backfield. Johnson under pressure again, and he's going to be, no, not yet. He's under heavy pressure, though. Now he's brought down, and Altman throws it up, and he's looking for his receiver, Connor Stelling. He's got it once again. On first down, Altman's going to flip it to McNeese. McNeese with a ton of running room. Give it to Charlie Payton. He's over the left side. Charlie Payton to the house. Touchdown, St. Thomas More. Lewis gets it, the handoff, and he's going to be stopped for a 1.5 yard gain. It'll bring up 4th and 2. And the Cougar defense presumably forces a 3 and out. 29-yard line with Hutch Swilly. Straight up the gut at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, St. Thomas More.
The Cougars will advance by virtue of their 51-34 victory over Madison Prep here in the quarterfinals, and it will set up a semifinal showdown, a rematch between number 1 St. Thomas More and number 4 E.D. White next Friday right here at Cougar Stadium. It's an incredible scene here at 450 East Farrell Road as the St. Thomas More Cougars are set to host the E.D. White Cardinals in the Division II Select Semifinals with a spot in the Caesar Superdome awaiting the winner. St. Thomas More fell a year ago to E.D. White 31-21 in the semifinals.
White kicking with the wind, and we are underway. Guidry under center as always. Guidry's going to keep, and he is into the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown. Edie White, game clock to Tanner Hornback in the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown! St. Thomas More from 35 yards out. It's an FM Bank touchdown pass. Fullback dive, and he's got a yard. He's going to be a yard short. Option near side, ball's on the ground, it's fumbled, and it's recovered by St. Thomas More at the 26-yard line. Second and 3, Guidry gives it, Guidry's gonna keep it. He's out across the 30. You got a deep pass to Connor Stelly. It looks overthrown, amazing catch at the 1-yard line. And Connor Stelly has St. Thomas More set up at the 1. It's just an option near side. Beckwith along with Gavin Duplichin were able to bring him down and run him on late. 4 wide receivers, Hoffman to the far side, has Hornback. Guidry rolls to the near side, under pressure, he's going to be brought down all the way back at the 31-yard line. Guidry drops, looks across the middle of the field, and it's intercepted by Beckwith. 50. Putting points on the board, flag on the play, looking for a wide receiver, running back screen to Mossick. Makes a tackler miss, he's out across the 30. And 1 on the season are the St. Thomas More Cougars, and they are returning to the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans next Friday afternoon, 12 o'clock kickoff against presumably their District 4 4A foe, Lafayette Christian Academy. And St. Thomas More triple zeros, and it's a return trip to New Orleans as St. Thomas More wins tonight 38-7.
What a ride through spring practice and summer workouts, the heat and the fall and a brutal schedule. It all comes down to this for the St. Thomas More Cougars. A 2-hour bus ride from Lafayette to the Caesars Superdome to battle fellow District 4 4A member, the LCA Knights. This is the 6th state title appearance for the Cougars, but just their 4th trip to the Superdome and first since 2018 when these seniors were only 8th graders. An incredible crowd has made their way to the Big Easy, and now under the bright lights of an NFL stadium, we were about set for the opening kickoff of the Division II Select State Championship. It's St. Thomas More, it's LCA.
McNeese, who's got over 1,100 yards on the year, and he's off running over the 50. He's at the 40. One man to beat. McNeese will finally be brought down. Pushing forward is Johnson. He's going to be stopped. Huge defensive showing there for STM. Backed up to the 5-yard line. Little run around the right side. Steps out. Passes up towards the sticks, and it's incomplete. Johnson again, back to Beard. Beard's got a seam. He's past the 40, the 45, tackled hard at midfield. Play action, Johnson goes down the field, waiting on the receiver, and it's intercepted.
To the end zone,
and it's caught. Reeling this one in is Connor Stelly. To the field, they'll throw again to the near sideline, again to Grogan in the 5. Tiptoes inside the end zone. Touchdown, LCH. Rolls out to his right. It's a keeper. Tries to fake the defense. Throws it into the corner of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, STM. Tanner Hornback.
Boy, how about that play?
And the Cougars will head to the locker room, leading LCA 17-14 here at the Caesars Superdome.
And just play like you did in the first half. Don't get frustrated. More in the second half. We ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it done.
Our 60 guys all together are going to be better than the 11 they decide to put on the field. Because those guys can't go like all of us are going to go every snap. So we got to make sure that it's in our advantage. Our advantage. We got to be locked in. We're going to push the tempo. It is messing with them. They can't get lined up. They're missing calls. They're losing guys in routes. We've got to be able to take advantage of it, but we've got to be smart enough to adjust on the fly.
Goes and hauls it in.
First down and off and more. This is Dudley Jackson, a man checking out the back of his uniform. Touchdown. Here's Swilly again at the 45, 50, makes a cut inside. Swilly's at the 30-yard line, one man running hip to hip with him. Swilly tries to cut it in, stays in bounds, goes Superman into the end zone. Give me the call. Touchdown on Swilly. A hell of a run. For STM, turning the corner is Jackson. They tried to trip him up by his shoestrings, and now he's going to outrun a defender. Stays on his feet, tumbles into the end zone. Touchdown. Monkla in the slot. They're looking left. This one's into the corner of the end zone. Diving catch by Hornback. Touchdown, STM. St. Thomas More, 12-1 on the season. Altman throws it across the middle, and it's caught at the 40-yard line. Taking off is Christian McNeese. He'll go 69 yards to the house. Touchdown, STM. Makes a cut, heads up to the goal line, and he will fall in for the touchdown. Altman looking for the end zone, throws over the middle, and picked up by McNeese. He's at the 10-5, touchdown. It jumps up and it's loose. Far side of the field, we're waiting for the call. St. Thomas More is acting like they've got it, and at the bottom of the pile, I think they do. Here's Altman, the junior rolls out, first down. Ball from the 46-yard line. He goes to the end zone on the very first play. And it's gone! Touchdown, STM! Connor Stelly puts his team on! Whip up a little more magic. Johnson throws down the field into a group of receivers for STM, and they've picked it off. A championship-clinching interception for St. Thomas More and Nicholas Beckwith. They've done it. The number 1 seed, St. Thomas More Cougars, will be the Division II Select Champions in 2022.
I was just overjoyed, just happy we won, and that was the last play. I just said goodbye to their season.
The Christmas miracle in New Orleans, down by 10 with a minute to go in the game, and comes back to win 52-48.
Griffin, baby, let's go!
that they made it happen, you know, and the character of our team was so such a force, you know, that this team had a will to win and did everything it took to get there, you know. They overcame, again, another really tough opponent. It's really a hard thing to beat a good team twice in the same season, and, you know, somehow or other we made it happen, you know. And then the other thing I thought is that as close as that game was, everything mattered, you know. Every little small incidental factor came out to be, you know, a difference in the ball game, because, you know, one less play anywhere and it wouldn't have happened. So just really proud of the team effort, and that goes right from, you know, scout teams all the way up. You know, everybody did their part in making that happen.